All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of the Take Two Pod with Mom and Dad. I'm Dad.
And I'm Mom.
What are you laughing at?
I have the gigs.
Oh, okay.
Dad just made this ridiculous face. And he said, I like making that ugly.
Yeah, you know when you like struggle, you make your face extra like ugly? Just to like, I don't know, to make it seem like you're really exerting yourself.
He just did it right before he started recording. And expected me to not have the gigs.
Well, anyway, the kids are down.
Yes, I put both of them down tonight because Dad was at basketball.
Yo, I didn't play for a week and I felt that shit. Oh my god, because we've been
busy.
busy.
Him huffing and puffing.
We've been on vacation. We had a little trip.
Yeah, we went away for a week with my side of the family. Yeah, and
the kids had a really good time. Yeah, we had a really good time.
It was great. We got an Airbnb not too far from where we live.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, there was a pool, sun. There was a fire pit, and there was no bugs. We sat out at the fire, and there was no bugs.
We ate like kings and queens.
Yeah, we ate a lot. The kids swam every day. The kids were together.
Yeah, a lot of laughs.
Our sons, like all of his cousins on my side, like they're all around the same age.
Yeah, and little man was just peeing off the edge of the deck the whole week.
Yeah, Dad showed him how to pee off the side of the deck to like into the woods. It wasn't an area where anyone was walking.
There's nobody around.
And he did it once, and he loved it.
Ran with it, yeah.
So every time he had to pee, he went out there to pee.
He may have inspired a few others to pee off the edge of the deck.
Yeah, my brothers wanted to do it too after they saw him doing it.
Anyways, it looked very free. He looked like a free bird.
He was free, and he had such a great week. And he slept with Dad every night. And we're not co-sleepers, but he loved that shit.
Yeah, he liked it.
He loved
nice,
sleeping with
you know, you get to share a bed with your little one.
Yeah.
We don't do it all the time.
We were supposed to switch back and forth, but I just let you do it so I could have a bed to myself.
Yeah, you're really shitty that way, bro. Well, anyway, this pod was supposed to be done on the trip with your brother.
Yeah, with my younger brother was supposed to be on this pod with us. So I'm giving him a shout out with us in spirit.
Yeah. He can read my mind. He's got
the shine.
Yeah. Drum roll, Mom. Danny boy, Danny boy, Danny.
Why did you make that face?
I made the Jack Nicholson with a fucking axe face.
Oh my god. That's right, everybody. This week we're doing The Shining. Released in 1980, directed by Stanley Kubrick, starring Jack Nicholson, Shelley Duvall, and Danny Lloyd.
And Scatman Crothers.
Is that his actual...
Yeah, he's Dick Halloran.
What's his name?
Dick Halloran. The real actor's name is Scatman Crothers.
His legal name is Scatman?
Scatman Crothers.
That sounds fake.
That's not. Why, like...
His parents named him that.
I don't know. I don't know what he does before. His name's Scatman Crothers. Okay, he's fucking cool.
Does he scat?
I think he's a musician.
Because that's scatting.
Yeah, I know. All right, so the synopsis of The Shining. Jack Torrance, a recovering alcoholic who takes a winter caretaker job at the isolated Overlook Hotel in the Colorado Rockies, hoping to cure his writer's block, accompanied by his wife, Wendy, and his psychic son, Danny. Jack slowly descends into madness as the hotel's supernatural evil possesses him and forces him to hunt down his family. What do you think of that, Mom?
Ooh, spooky.
It is spooky. So this movie came out in 1980, May 23rd, 1980. Remember that date. And the budget was $19 million, and the box office was 50. So it did make a lot of money in the theaters for a couple reasons. One, people were terrified of this movie. And two, there was another movie that came out 2 days before that basically crippled this movie's box office.
What was it?
Well,
was it The Omen?
So in 1980, Raging Bull came out, Airplane, and the movie that came out 2 days before this, Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back.
Ooh.
So talk about your all-time bad timing. Like two amazing movies coming out 2 days apart, and then just one gets just demolished. It was definitely not a Barbenheimer situation. They both got
People
one of them.
didn't see double features.
One of them just got crippled. Or people went to go see Star Wars, and then they snuck into Shining after and didn't pay for it.
For free.
Yeah. I mean, I could see people doing that.
I think it might have been different audiences, honestly, but like, were horror movies that popular at that time? Is that what people
I think
wanted?
they were starting to. They were turning a new leaf, right? Because The Exorcist had come out, The Omen had come out.
Well, people knew horror movies were good movies to go into to make out.
Yeah, I guess. But this movie, it had like a resurgence later. But Stanley Kubrick was known for wicked movies, but this one just didn't do well at the box office.
It's a really good movie, but it's like you have to be in the mood for a spooky psychological thriller.
Yeah, for sure.
To see it. So I could see how maybe it didn't grab audiences right away, but definitely had a cult following later.
So when was the first time you watched The Shining?
This is such a ubiquitous movie. Like, I don't know.
You don't know?
I think the first time I actually watched the whole thing was with you.
Really?
Because you love this movie. So
Danny boy!
What the fuck? I think the first time was with you because you watch this like every so often. You just like you get a hankering for this movie and you put it on. So I think the first time I saw it was like just when you had one of your random urges to watch it.
Really, eh?
I had seen, like, I knew what it was and I had seen parts of it, but I had never sat down and watched it because I wasn't interested.
Do you think it's scary? Did you get freaked out watching it?
Yeah, it definitely is still scary. It can kind of lose its audience because it's such a slow burn, though.
Yeah.
So, I know what to expect going in now, but I don't think it really captured me the first couple times I watched it because I was like, this is like very slow.
It takes its time.
It takes its time, which I actually appreciate now as somebody who has seen the movie several times. But honestly, I think this is the type of movie that you have to watch several times to really appreciate.
I agree. So your first time, you just think it was with me.
I definitely saw bits and pieces of it on TV because it's one of those movies. It's very famous. It was on at random times.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you a time before.
Yeah, you never watched it at home because your parents, we asked them over the week. They'd never seen it. It blew my mind.
Yeah.
Like, how have you not seen this movie?
I was kind of shocked by that too. Well, that they've never seen it.
I'm shocked and not because they're anti-horror movie.
Yeah, they don't like horror movies and they don't like evil stuff. But I knew of this movie and it's been we're going to get into this later, but it's been so fucking heavily parodied that you're aware of it.
Yeah, for sure.
But I never watched the whole thing before I knew you.
So my first time, I'd never heard of this movie, but when I was 8, count them, 8 years old, my oldest sister, who is a huge fan of Stephen King's horror, his books, wanted to watch The Shining, but the TV version, the miniseries. And she recorded it as well. Okay, so it was over 3 nights, I believe. And she recorded each episode on VHS. So in 1997, the TV version came out, which was directed by Stephen King, because he's famously known for hating this version that was directed by Stanley Kubrick. And I have to tell you, that version scarred me, bro. And if you watch it now, it's absolute dog shit because it's not scary. It's really cheesy. The effects are bad, but the one fucking scene.
But you were 8. Like, of course you were terrified.
Sure, but the one scene, the lady in the bathtub scene, it messed me up for years. I think I was like 15, bro. Seriously, I couldn't shower. I couldn't go in the bathroom without pulling the shower curtain. I couldn't. It was crippling. And then I'd take a shower and I'd look behind the fucking shower curtain like to see what was outside. And I was afraid to. I wouldn't even like shampoo, closing my eyes while shampooing. Torture, absolute torture. I'd have to peek and burn my eyes just to make sure this bitch wasn't in the fucking tub with me. It was terrifying.
You know what you should do? You should get the book and read that passage.
Why?
And see if it fucks with you.
No, I'm already like,
because obviously it hits you in a very specific
I'm
way.
so scared. And if you've seen both movies, if you've seen the original of 1980 and you think that part is scary, the Stanley Kubrick version, which it is, it's creepy and unsettling. But if you watch the 1997 TV version, that woman in the tub is fucking cripplingly scary. The makeup, the special effects, I'm still traumatized by it.
It's scary in the real movie too.
It's way scarier in the TV version. It's way scarier. She is terrifying in that. Okay. And those listeners who've seen both, you know what I'm talking about. It's absolutely crippling.
I saw the TV one with you, and I don't even remember.
No, I'll show you that clip. You will shit your pants. I guarantee
I don't want to see it.
Yeah,
I don't want to be disturbed.
You won't shower alone in the house. Like, I'll be at work. You'll be like, I'll wait till he gets home. I'll just stink all day. No big deal.
Ew.
Yeah. So that was my first introduction to The Shining, which was the TV series. And then years later, I watched the actual 1980 movie by Stanley Kubrick. And yeah, it was scary, but I was like, this isn't as scary as the TV one, because the scariest parts of the TV one are still scarier than the 1980 one, in my opinion. What this movie does, though, it does fucking creep you out. It's very unsettling. Do you love this movie or do you hate this movie? What's your take on it?
I like this movie.
Okay.
I don't love it.
Sure.
It's not a favorite movie of mine or anything. I think it's really good. And this particular viewing, I really appreciated a lot of the scenery, a lot of the shots, the acting. Because when we watch for the podcast, we really watch movies like almost through a different lens. And you know, it feels like you notice more when you're watching.
Yeah.
Knowing that you're going to talk about it.
Sure.
So really watching it this time, I appreciated how fucking good it is. And I have a lot to say about it, but I will say I like it. It's not in my top. It's not my top 10. Yeah. It's not one of my favorites, but it's a good movie.
Yeah, I agree. I think I like it a little more than you, but I don't love it. It's not one of my favorites. But given the fact that it's from 1980, the sense of dread and discomfort that Stanley Kubrick makes you feel in this movie is honestly, it's mimicked to this day from directors like James Wan, Mike Flanagan, Lee Whannell, Ari Aster, M. Night Shyamalan, Parker Finn, and Zach Krieger, just to name a few.
Yeah, it fucking holds up.
There's a bunch of wide shots in this movie, which is like there's hardly any close-ups. There's abrupt musical notes and changes, long shots with like the background fully in focus, like it just holds on a shot. And usually there's close-ups and the background's out of focus so you can look at the characters. But Stanley Kubrick's making you uncomfortable because you're looking in the background, you're looking at pictures and posters, and you're like, why is this all there? And they do that now in today's movies. But nowadays, directors like Mike Flanagan puts ghosts in the background.
Yeah.
You know? And shout out to Mike Flanagan. He did the sequel to this, Dr. Sleep, which we saw in theaters. And that fucking movie is scary.
I can't remember any of it.
Oh my God. So you know how I said how the lady in the Shining TV show was terrifying? The shower lady, the bathtub lady? He brought that shit in. It's terrifying. And I'll show you those clips after the pod. But if you guys have seen those movies, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, what's your cringiest moment?
So my cringiest moment is the bear suit scene. Wendy is running through the hotel and it's very tense and horrifying.
Yeah.
And then suddenly we see a bear sucking off some guy wearing a tuxedo. The whole thing is weird and it doesn't really fit in the suspenseful vibe of that moment, in my opinion. And I'm not sure if that part was in the book or not, or if it was like a weird choice. Either way, so fucking cringy and disturbing.
That's my cringiest moment too.
No way, really?
Yeah, it is. So it's a reference to the book, but they don't explain it in the movie, which makes it extra creepy. So apparently there's a character in the book named Horace Derwent, and he had a guy who was in love with him, and he followed him around the hotel. And this guy who was like obsessed, he allowed himself to be humiliated for sexual kicks. And he dressed up as a dog. It's a dog costume.
Oh, I thought it was a bear.
Yeah, he dressed up as a dog for a party once. And Jack sees their ghosts in the ballroom in the book. And Stanley Kubrick just threw it into the movie.
Okay, but why is he giving him a blowjob?
Because he's doing like he's obsessed with him. He's in love with this guy, and this guy's just like, sure, like he's taking advantage. I guess. I mean,
that's not normal. None of that's
nothing
normal.
about this movie is normal. Are you fucking kidding, Danny boy? Danny,
stop doing that. It's weird.
So yeah, but that's the dog costume thing, and I have something to talk about later in shower thoughts about the dog costume. So, what's your most iconic moment or scene?
So I have two.
Yeah.
Wendy swinging the bat at Jack.
Okay.
live to think things over.
You've had your whole fucking life to think things over. What good's a few minutes more gonna do you now?
Stay away from me. Please. Don't hurt me.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Stay away from me.
Wendy is a very passive and gentle character up
Yeah.
into this moment. And as a viewer, it's satisfying to see her finally defending herself and her son.
Yeah.
Because, like, before this point, she's making excuses for Jack, like, dislocating her fucking son's arm. She's apologizing for blaming him for shit. Why are you making that face?
I'm doing the Jack Nicholson.
He doesn't smile like
Yeah,
that. He just looks
that's
like
true.
he's in
Well, he's kind of
coma.
half smiling. He's like, okay, go.
No, he's like... There's that, and then the chase scene through the maze. The
Yeah.
scene is so tense and terrifying. Even as someone who's seen the movie many times, watching this scene, I'm nervous for Danny and feeling like very afraid for him.
It was a tough one for me to pick. But the Wendy with the bat scene is fucking, it's iconic.
Yeah.
For me, it's the bathroom scene with Delbert Grady, the butler. When he tells Jack his son is bringing a third party into the situation and he uses the racial slur, like right at that moment, you're like, this fucking place is evil.
Did you know, Mr. Torrance, that your son is attempting to bring an outside party into this situation? Did you know that?
Yeah.
Like this movie, it took a turn. Like it was bad, but then like, okay, this place is fucking pure evil.
This guy's a bumbling servant, and
I
then
know.
suddenly he's a terrifying,
Yeah.
like, axe murderer.
You can hear the music coming from the ballroom. It's very low. The bathroom itself, all the red and white, is so unsettling.
Yeah, who the
And-
fuck would design a bathroom like
Yeah,
that?
he's like, his wife needed correcting. You know, it's just the dialogue in that bathroom is very unsettling. The whole scene.
Yeah, you're just talking
Yeah.
about it, it's giving me the chills.
Because he's quiet. He's like, I know you. And he's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then all of a sudden, he's like, you murdered your wife and daughters. And then he just turns.
Well, Jack's like smiling at him. He's like, you murdered
'Cause
your
he's-
wife and daughters. You chopped them all
I
up into
think
little pieces.
He can't believe what he's seeing. That's why. But that's my most iconic.
Oh, it's freaking me
yeah.
out just talking about
It's,
it.
it's fucking terrifying.
Should
So
we get into quotes?
yeah, let's get into quotes.
Wendy, darling, light of my life, I'm not going to hurt ya. You didn't let me finish my sentence. I said I'm not going to hurt ya. I'm just going to bash your brains in.
Darling. And then I got Red Rum, Red Rum, Red Rum,
Oh my God, so
Red
fucked up.
Rum. He just keeps saying it. Daddy, what's
And the
wrong?
way he says it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Shelley Duvall does really good acting in this, but her voice is just, I can't deal with it, man. Shit, Daddy, what's wrong? That's how she talks.
She played Olive Oil in the Popeye movie, and
Yeah.
she's the fucking embodiment of olive oil.
Really, yeah?
Do you know who Olive Oil is? Popeye's wife? You know what she looks like? You don't
Like
need
her?
to. She looks like
She
Shelley
looks
Duvall.
like Shelley Duvall.
Like, exactly. It's fucked.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's Johnny.
Here's Johnny.
Hello, Danny. Come and play with us. Come and play with us, Danny. Forever and ever and ever. When I was younger, that clip scared the shit out of me. When he's riding his little big wheels and he turns a corner and they're just standing there, that clip scared the shit out of me.
I didn't know until this viewing that those are the guy's daughters that he killed.
Yeah,
I didn't realize until
Yeah,
this
yeah.
viewing.
yeah. I know.
And when they go into the game room and Danny's like just looking at them, he looks so sweet and innocent
know.
in that scene. It's so
yeah,
sad.
he's just a little kid. He's throwing darts.
Yeah.
But one thing I noticed this time, when he's talking to Delbert Grady in the bathroom and the girls show up, the twins, they both have the same accent. So that's attention to detail, man. Because the girls had like 2 lines. but they both have British accents.
Yeah.
Like, it's very, very clever and really good attention to detail.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Go ahead, man.
God, I'd give anything for a drink. I'd give my goddamn soul for just a glass of beer.
Shows up. Did you know, Mr. Torrance, that your son is attempting to bring an outside party into this situation? Did you know that?
Fucking terrifying. I have something from there too. Your son has quite an extraordinary talent. I don't think you realize how extraordinary it is.
Same guy. Perhaps they need a good talking to, if you don't mind me saying so. Perhaps a bit more. My girls, sir, they didn't care for the Overlook at first.
One of them actually stole a pack of matches and tried to burn it down. But I corrected them, sir. And when my wife tried to prevent me from doing my duty, I corrected her.
One of them actually stole a pack of matches and tried to burn it down. But I corrected her. When my wife tried to prevent me from doing my duty, I corrected her too.
So fucking
Corrected.
It gives me the creeps.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Right.
Just talking about this gives me the chills. Construction started in 1907. It was finished in 1909. The site is supposed to be located on an Indian burial ground. This guy just throws that in
I
like
know.
it's an interesting piece of history. The fuck?
Well, it's part
You
of the movie.
built the hotel on an Indian burial ground? Everybody
Yeah.
knows you don't do that.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody knows it's gonna be haunted as shit if you do that.
Well, that's a big thing in all of Stephen King's movies and stories. He talks about
the Pet Cemetery is the same
yeah,
thing. I think.
exactly. It's a big part of his storytelling. Little pigs, let me come in. Not by the hair of your chinny chin chin. Well, then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in.
That was almost my cringiest moment.
That's not cringy. That's fucking scary.
Are you fucking
No,
quoting a fairy
no.
tale when
Yeah,
you're
with
gonna
an
murder
axe
your
and he
family?
slams the axe through the door. That's terrifying.
I don't know, dude.
Here's to 5 miserable months on the wagon and all the irreparable harm that it's caused me. This is Danny talking to Dick Halloran.
What about room 237?
Room 237?
You're scared of room 237, ain't you?
No, I ain't.
Mr. Allen, what is in room 237?
Nothing. There ain't nothing in room 237. But you ain't got no business going in there anyway. So stay out. You understand? Stay out.
White man's burden, Lloyd, my man. White man's burden. I found out what that means. White Man's Burden was a poem by Rudyard Kipling, and it was used to justify imperialism, saying that European whites were the fixers and caretakers of everyone else, etc., etc.
Oh, because he's the caretaker of the
Yeah.
Overlook.
Exactly. Also connects to Stephen King and the place being built over Indian burial ground.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is this movie classic or canceled?
So this movie is a classic and a staple of horror cinema. However, it has had some controversy. Stanley Kubrick subjected Shelley Duvall to grueling psychological and physical demands on the set.
Oh, yeah.
He forced her to cry for 12 hours a day for 9 months. He required her to do 127 takes for the famous baseball bat scene and isolated her to induce genuine trauma.
Yeah.
The
He tortured her.
Yeah, the legendary shoot severely impacted Duvall, leading to raw wounded hands, dehydration, and even hair loss. In interviews, she recalled the process as almost unbearable and stated that her body ultimately rebelled against the constant state of distress that she was in.
Yeah, well, it took a year to film this fucking movie. It was supposed to take like 17 weeks.
Well, the fucked up thing is, despite the intense toll that the production took on her, she has repeatedly defended Kubrick over the years and described the experience as a fascinating learning experience and noted that the extreme emotional exhaustion often provided a strangely calming, cathartic effect by the time she got home. So she's been portrayed as a victim of Kubrick, but she said that she loved it and would have happily collaborated with him again. That sounds like almost fucking Stockholm Syndrome. This bitch's hair was falling out from stress.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, I think she's looking at big picture. Like, this is one of the greatest movies ever. One of the greatest horror movies ever. And Jack Nicholson gave her like real big kudos after this movie and during the filming. He's like, she's a fucking rock star.
Looks like she friggin' took a beating.
Yeah.
So Kubrick's, his behavior on set seems like it was pretty unprofessional.
Yeah. However, he also was very protective of the kids in this movie. When they were filming, Danny Lloyd, the kid that plays Danny Torrance, he had no idea it was a horror movie. He only found out years after. The clips when he's staring at the girls who were like axed to death, he wasn't looking at that. It's just a shot of him looking scared.
How does he look so terrified then?
He's fucking rock star actor, I guess, because the kid was amazing in this movie.
Yeah,
but he never saw the
incredible.
blood in the elevator. He never saw the scary lady. He never saw anything scary. He thought he was filming a drama, you know, even with all the red rum and all that.
Well, I appreciate that he was protective.
He was protective of the kids on set, the girls and him. So, like, can you imagine doing that movie and then years later you're like, the fuck is this? Like,
but his treatment of Duvall was fucked up. And also we have a typical trope of a black character dying first.
Oh,
and especially it's heartbreaking because he worked so fucking hard to get
Scatman
there.
Crothers gets the axe in the chest.
He gets called by The Shining.
I know.
He fucking flies there.
I know.
He takes the, what are they called, bobcats?
Yeah,
he drives in.
Snowcat, I think.
Snowcats, whatever. He finally gets in, and then he gets axed immediately.
He gets dusted right away. Listen.
It's fucking devastating.
Listen, I was, in the book he survives. In the book he lives.
They should have let him live.
But in the movie he gets axed. And low key, listen, if you take out all the scares, the reason I said it's like a sitcom is because Jack Nicholson's acting, it's really good, but it's really over the top. So like when he acts, like he stabs, what's his name? Scatman with the axe. Like his face, like it looks ridiculous. You feel for the guy because he gets stabbed, but Jack Nicholson's like he's just like
he's supposed to be very unhinged.
It's a little overdone.
He plays unhinged very well.
He does, but he gets a little over the top, almost like he's fucking fed up with all the takes Kubrick's asking him to do. So he's just
I think you're supposed to like feel uncomfortable because it's so fun.
There was a couple of shots where Kubrick asked the Scatman Crothers, like they did 100 takes for like one shot.
Yeah, I said there was 127 takes for the baseball bat scene.
No, I mean for Scatman too. It wasn't just Wendy.
Oh.
Yeah. For me, it is a classic, but there's some parts in this movie that I'm like, you can't do that now. I mean, you could if it's a period piece, but smoking in front of your small child at breakfast, like smoking indoors, period. She's just hacking darts in the fucking bedroom, in the kitchen.
Well, that's the beauty of watching movies from different eras.
Yeah, it throws you off. You're like, oh, they're smoking inside.
There was different things that were socially
They get to the
acceptable.
hotel, they're having a tour, and it's like, let's leave our kid with a man we met 10 minutes ago to walk around this enormous hotel. Who knows what that guy could or will do to that kid? You have no idea.
Yeah, why do you think kids used to get molested way more? The molestation rates are like lower now than they used to be because people used to leave their kids with fucking anyone.
I know.
There's an older woman who lives upstairs with her weird husband that used to be in prison. Let's leave the kids with them.
I know.
Every day after school.
Wild. And the connection to Native Americans serves as a powerful hidden theme in this movie about the violent history of the United States. You know, that's a big part of it because he talks about the Indian burial ground, and in the hotel, there's tons. Like she's wearing a sweater. It has a native like patterns and designs.
Yeah.
The art, the rugs in the hotel, all of them, like it's all over the place.
And they said they had to rebuff attacks from the indigenous community while they were building the hotel because they didn't want them building it on the sacred burial ground.
Yeah, this movie, it is a classic, but there are some parts that are problematic and have not aged well. But it's still scary.
Yeah, it's engrossing. Party Like It's 2026 and recasting. So if this was, well, I kind of, not necessarily if it was filmed today or if it was set today.
Yeah.
The doctor would have reported the dislocated shoulder incident to CPS. Wendy sits down with
Yeah,
her. She's hacking a
that's
dart
fucked.
and she tells the doctor exactly what happened.
Yeah.
She explains child abuse.
Yeah, he was drunk.
He was drunk and he
came
grabbed
home,
him
and
violently.
He grabbed him violently and he dislocated his arm.
Yeah. If that happened today, the doctor would be like, okay, I'm just going to report this because that's an instance of child abuse. There would be Wi-Fi and video call.
Okay.
So there'd be more connection to the outside world, which would make it feel less isolated. But that would ruin the whole atmosphere of the movie.
Yeah, that's true.
They could have something
Well, they have to feel isolated.
Yeah, they
And
could
they
have
do.
something where there was no Wi-Fi or something like that. But I was also thinking about this. I would never agree to this because what if there's a fucking emergency?
Well, that's the whole point of it. Okay, so let's get into this now. This guy is fucking nuts. He takes this job in Colorado. The opening sequence, the opening credits, it shows how isolated they are. They're like 3 hours from civilization, okay? On a good road, good day. There's no help. There's no emergency. Like if emergency happens, you're fucked. If somebody breaks their leg, they're fucked.
Gravely injured
Yeah.
or has a heart attack or
Exactly.
a seizure, what the fuck are you
He's
supposed to
nuts
do?
to take this job, and he doesn't check with his
Especially
wife
with
either.
a kid. Kids
I know.
have to go to the doctor
And
regularly.
on top of everything, the guy tells him, listen, the last caretaker fucking chopped up his wife and kids to bits and then threw him in the bedroom. And he's like, my wife is into horror movies. She'll be all right. Like, what? That's so unhinged. Low key, though, if everything went well, that's a pretty sweet deal.
It's a sweet gig,
Yeah.
but like I considered myself, I was like, I wouldn't go just because what if there's a fucking emergency? What are you supposed to do?
Well, there was an emergency. The fucking guy lost his mind and started to kill his family.
Well, exactly. But yeah, if it was made today, there'd be more connection to the outside world. So they'd have to find a different way to make the characters feel isolated.
Yeah.
I mean, perhaps they could be in a place where there was no Wi-Fi.
Well, if the weather's bad, everything can go out. Radio could go down.
Yeah.
But he breaks the radio. Radio was fine. He just damages
Yeah,
it.
it could be a similar situation. And Jack's mental health would be explored more. In Stephen King's book, it made Jack's descent into madness tragic and sympathetic
Yeah.
rather than starting him off as an unhinged character. So I think if it came out today, they would explore the sympathetic side a little bit more because he's just an asshole in this
Yeah,
whole
he's
movie.
just
You
a dick.
don't feel bad for him.
He just resents his wife and kid.
Yeah.
He blames all the shit that's happened or all the shortcomings in his life on his wife and kid.
He's not likable in the movie in any scene. And I think
Yeah, not
I
really.
think in the book you connect with him more.
Yeah, there's maybe one scene where he's semi-likable. I'm trying to remember
The nightmare
now.
scene.
No. That part
I kind of feel for him in that scene.
I didn't feel shit. The only time I was like, okay, is when he's at the bar and his wife tells him there's somebody that hurt his kid. There's a woman a crazy woman in the hotel, and he goes to the room to check. That's the only time.
He's a dick. He's like, "Are you fucking crazy?"
Yeah. I would say that too. Be like, are you out of your fucking mind? There's nobody
horrifying.
there. They were there for 3 months.
Oh, Jack! Thank God you're here. Jack! There's someone else in the hotel with us. There's a crazy woman in one of the rooms. She tried to strangle Danny.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Imagine.
Yeah.
You think you're isolated and there's somebody else in there.
That's fucking
It's
scary.
giving me the creeps.
So I kind of took the lazy route here. Doctor Sleep is the modern day version, and they do talk about mental health. They do talk about alcoholism and drug abuse because that movie is basically Danny as an adult, and they talk about his dad's alcoholism in that,
Yeah.
and how he quits drinking in that movie. He just stops, even though the hotel is like here.
Yeah.
But I took a more comedic route. If it was like in 2026, this movie would be called The Remote Work Nightmare. Jack Torrance doesn't get cabin fever. He just succumbs to corporate burnout and fucking kills everybody. Jack
He's
gets
just in his own house.
Danny's shining is just iPad kid energy. Danny would Danny wouldn't be talking to his finger named Tony. He'd just be chronically online and playing Roblox. When Danny sees the creepy Grady twins at the end of the hallway, they don't say come play with us. They start doing like a fucking TikTok dance, and he rates them.
Like Megan?
Yeah, he rates them and says that was mid as fuck.
Okay, so for recasting, for Jack,
Yes.
hear me out,
Okay, I'm listening.
Sebastian Stan.
Oh,
Because when he's the Winter Soldier, he
damn.
plays a
That's
psycho.
good. Yo, clutch
Yeah.
pick.
Yeah,
That's a
so
solid
I
one.
think he'd be a good Jack for the new generation.
Yeah. Holy cow.
What about you? Who do you have for Jack?
I don't even want to say. Like,
Did I just dust you with mine?
you just cooked, man. I barbecued. I mean, if I go back to 1980, I probably would have put Robin Williams.
No, Robin Williams isn't scary unhinged. Jack
I
Nicholson
would
can do funny and
love
scary unhinged.
To see Robin Williams. Yeah, he can. Have you seen fucking 1 hour photo?
He's not scary in that.
1 hour photo.
He's not scary
It's
in
terrifying.
that.
And Insomnia, you guy.
No,
yeah.
no, he's too beloved. He's the genie.
He's awesome, but he's also a really good actor. But low key, Robert De Niro. Young Robert De Niro, like in Cape Fear.
Cape Fear Die, Robert De Niro. Yeah, that would work.
Robert De Niro in this role? Oh my God. I shit my pants.
That would work, yeah. He would be really scary.
Like, hey, Wendy, I'm trying to write.
But I'm doing today. It came out today. Sebastian Stan as Jack.
Yeah.
And then as Wendy, Elizabeth Olsen.
No, she's too pretty. No offense
They
to
could play her down.
Shelley Duvall. I would do the girl with the feet in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Margaret Qualley?
Yeah, I would put her. She's got the same
pretty.
build.
She's pretty also.
She's not as pretty.
She is.
No, she's got dirty feet energy.
Oh my God.
There's a reason she has dirty feet energy in that movie.
She's a beautiful woman too. I think Elizabeth Olsen could do it. They could downplay her pretty, put her in a scraggly ponytail, make her look like a tired mom. She could do it. And then Sebastian Stan would just be like going cray and whipping shit around.
What about Winona in the 80s for Wendy's pick? No?
Winona is also pretty. You're picking beautiful women.
You could dress her down. Look at fucking Stranger Things. She's a fucking train wreck in that.
She's much older in Stranger Things.
Yeah, but she's a train wreck.
She's too old to be Wendy by then.
When? In Stranger Things?
Yeah.
No, I mean in the 80s.
Yeah, and in the 80s she was too pretty.
All right, fair enough. Poor Shelley Duvall just getting roasted here.
So for Danny, you'd have to pick an unknown. Like, I don't know kid. Every time I come into the point where I have to pick a kid actor, I'm like, I don't fucking know any kid actors.
So the only kid actors for Danny Lloyd, for Danny Torrance,
it would have to be like a 6-year-old.
Well, it would have to be a kid from Stranger Things, like season 1. Maybe the kid that
no,
didn't have teeth?
they're way too old. Danny was like 6. The kids in Stranger Things, when they started, they were like at least 10.
Well, maybe this is untouchable, except for maybe.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It has to be an unknown.
No, I know. I'm saying all around. It sounds like it's untouchable to recast.
You loved my Sebastian
No,
Stan
that's the
recast.
only one. I think Wendy is perfect and Danny is perfect. Okay, what about Scatman Crothers?
Donald Glover. Childish Gambino.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll give you that.
Because he has that silliness,
Sure.
but
I
he can do real roles too. He did a serious role in The Martian.
I hated his fucking role in The Martian.
I knew
It
you were
was
gonna
so
say that
tacky.
you don't like him, but I
so
like
tacky.
him. I love him because of Community, and I think that he could play Dick Halloran.
All right.
I think he would do a phenomenal job.
Okay.
Do you have anything for him, for Dick?
No, it's tough. It's a really tough one. I was gonna
I
say like
thought-
Isaac Hayes.
What?
Why?
He's way too old.
No, not now. In the 80s. You're casting now. I'm casting 80s.
This is Party Like
I know,
It's
but
2026
I can't get anybody else in my head.
recasting. You're supposed to pick people
I can't
from
get
today.
anybody today. The only other person maybe for Jack would be John Bernthal because he's fucking unhinged in The Walking Dead.
He doesn't know because you have to be kind of, not that Sebastian Stan's unattractive, but you have to be kind of basic and unattractive.
John Bernthal's pretty basic.
He's always
Yeah,
ripped
he'd
and
be
he's,
like,
he's
"Hey,
considered
hey,
to be
Wendy.
very attractive.
Hey, Wendy, come over here. I'm typing my story. Come and watch. Come and
No,
watch.
you have to be an average Joe and you have to not be that attractive. Sebastian Stan could be dressed down. Because I can't remember what movie he was in, but he was like fat in a movie.
Well,
and
he
it
played
worked.
Donald Trump in the Trump movie. And he was fat in that.
There was a Trump movie?
Yeah. He played Trump.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck.
It's fucking scary how good he is to act like him. But anyway. All right, let's move on. Can you watch this with your parents?
So yeah, I have here that we found out my parents have never seen this, so we
Yeah.
definitely want to watch it with them.
Yeah.
However, the nude bathroom scene goes on for way too long.
Yeah. And that bitch is tall.
We watched it recently with my brother, and that was uncomfortable because she was
No,
naked for so long.
It wasn't, well, maybe for you. I was just like, it's uncomfortable no matter what.
Well, it was just, there was too much nudity happening, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm watching this with a family member. It's weird.
Nudities.
Plus, the bear suit scene that I mentioned earlier is fucked.
It's a dog costume. That's
Whatever. Other than that, it's a fun horror movie that you can watch as a family. It's not that. Well, like everybody has to be an adult because of the nude bathroom.
Listen,
scene.
this movie, you have to be in the mood for it because it's so much dread and it's not fun unless you're with a bunch of people who are like, yo, like they're just jacked up to get like uncomfortable.
Yeah,
but
if you're depressed, don't watch this because it'll just make your depression worse.
you can watch. So for this, you can watch it with your parents, but will they watch it? Because a lot of baby boomers I talk to about this movie, they've either never seen it, not just your parents. They've either never seen it or they want nothing to do with this movie. I don't know why.
Well, maybe that's why it didn't do well in the box office. Maybe it was
Yeah.
meant for a different generation.
I don't know. Maybe Stanley Kubrick scared everybody with 2001: A Space Odyssey, and they're like, "This guy's fucked."
Also, Stanley Kubrick really wanted everybody to think that this was his movie. He was slapping his name on it. Written, directed, inspired by Stanley Kubrick.
Well, he worked on it for a year, and he really
Okay, but
him and Stephen King butted heads a lot. There was a lot.
Yeah,
of things
it was
that
Stephen
they
King's
butted.
story.
Well, I haven't read the book, but I watched the TV version that is by Stephen King, and it's fucking. Aside from the bathtub scene, it's not good.
Yeah, I
But
think we started.
You
to
feel
watch, we
for
didn't
the
even
Jack
finish
character
it.
in that. He's not a complete asshole.
That was what upset him. He didn't want Jack to be
Yeah.
so unhinged. I think he felt very, very vulnerable with this book because I think it was about him.
Maybe. Okay, who's your favorite and least favorite supporting character?
So I almost skipped this part just because there's the three mains in this movie and there's
Sure.
hardly anybody else. So I did
Okay.
favorite as Dick Halloran
Okay.
because like who else are you gonna pick?
You don't have another reason?
Well, he's a kind man and he tries to save Danny only to be butchered as soon as he gets the Overlook. So he is an epic character.
Yeah.
And I love also that when they show him in his house, he has like naked Afro girls all over the walls.
I can remember when I was a little boy, my grandmother and I could hold conversations entirely without ever opening our mouths. She called it shining. And for a long time, I thought it was just the two of us that had the shine to us. Just like you probably thought you was the only one.
Yeah. He's a G.
Yeah, he's great. And he's like so sweet and kind in the scene that he has with Danny.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hard because there's not that many people in this movie. Did you pick Dick Halloran as well?
No, my favorite is Delbert Grady, the butler.
Ew, he's my least favorite.
No, his reveal is very nonchalant. He spills a drink on Jack, and in the blood red bathroom, he goes from the nice butler to pure evil in like a few seconds. As soon as he refers to Dick Halloran as the N-word, and he tells Jack his wife needs correcting. Like when we did quotes, we quoted him quite a bit. He has.
Well, I think it's showing.
He's in the movie for a few minutes, and he's fucking on fire, dude. He goes in and he's just killing it.
I'm sorry to differ with you, sir. But you are the caretaker. You've always been the caretaker. I should know, sir. I've always been here.
Yeah, he kills
Unreal.
it, but he's only in a couple scenes, but he's racist for no reason.
For sure.
He murders his whole family and makes excuses for it.
I know.
And he's very unsettling.
But he's really impactful. He's in the movie for a few minutes, and we're like, I was quoting him, and you were getting the heebie-jeebies. That's power. That's like,
I think we were also seeing like how it is that he butchered his family. Like usually he was that
Yeah.
bumbling friendly guy that spilled the drink.
yeah.
And then when he killed them, he became that very serious guy that we saw in the bathroom.
Yeah, I give it to him.
So
it's
very
Dick Halloran
Dr.
is-
Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Dick Halloran's really good because my second favorite iconic moment is when he's sitting with Danny and talking about The Shining in the kitchen. I love that scene.
Yeah, I
when
love
he's
that
telling
scene
about
too.
him and his grandma and how they would talk to each other without talking. That's a great scene. So Dick Halloran
The face he makes
gets
too.
the second best for me.
The face he makes too when Danny is shining to him.
Or when he mentions room 237 randomly. Holy
yeah,
fuck.
but the face he makes when Danny like contacts him via The Shining.
Yeah,
It's such like a magical, mystical face he
I know.
makes.
He's a really good
That's why
actor.
he would be hard to replace. He
Yeah.
does such a good job in this movie.
All right, who's your least favorite?
I told you, Delbert Grady.
That's your least?
Yeah, he's fucking creepy as fuck.
Oh. So
And he's a murderer.
like we did the reverse. I picked Scatman Crothers as my least favorite supporting.
Why? He's epic.
Listen, this fucking guy gets rocked as soon as he arrives at the hotel. No weapon in hand, no defense in hand, no walkie-talkie.
Anybody here?
Nobody knows he's going there except the one black dude from the snowcat place.
It is pretty stupid because he knows that there's danger and he just walks in. He's like, hello.
But
hello.
his snowcat is what saves Wendy and Danny.
Yeah, it does.
So I'll give him that. But this guy shows up just with his dick in his hand. Like he's got nothing with him.
Yeah, agreed.
Hello? Axe to the chest. Dead man.
Yeah.
All right. Cultural impact.
So The Shining redefined the horror genre by introducing high art aesthetics, pioneering Steadicam tracking shots, and generating permanent pop culture touchstones like Here's Johnny and the creepy hallway twins.
Here's Johnny.
The Steadicam was groundbreaking. It utilized early floating camera technology to build spatial disorientation through the labyrinth hotel halls.
My God. The hotel doesn't make sense, eh?
Well, it doesn't have to. It just makes you feel isolated and it makes you feel like you're going through a maze, even when you're just in the hotel.
But it purposely doesn't make sense. There's doors to where there shouldn't be rooms. I'll show you after. Like
well,
clips.
that could be part of the hotel's haunting.
Yeah, there's so many
trying
little
to
details.
misguide people.
Yeah, exactly. Make you get lost.
But the Steadicam in those shots,
it
was very unique, and it led to a lot more of those long shots that we see in movies. You see it all the time today, but at that time it was groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson's Here's Johnny, the blood elevator, the creepy corridor twins are referenced across modern media like crazy.
Simpsons,
Family Guy, countless movies and parodies and like just all kinds of stuff.
Horror movies in general, they refer to this. And also in the TV show, remember the show Hannibal?
Yeah.
So in the first season, I think it's the first episode, there's a bathroom scene where Will and Lawrence Fishburne, the FBI head of FBI, they go into the bathroom and talk. They have a long conversation. And the bathroom's an exact copy of the red and white bathroom that Jack meets Delbert Grady. Like an exact copy.
Oh, that's more of the subtle.
No, that's not subtle. That is like blatant. There's two guys standing in a bathroom and it's the same bathroom. That's here's homage to The Shining.
Yeah, but you'd only remember that if you know The Shining really well.
I know, but that's what I mean. Like they're giving an homage to it, a completely different medium and a different story. But also in the movie The Passengers, remember that one with J-Law?
Yeah.
And Chris Pratt? The bar.
Yeah.
And the bartender is an homage to The Shining's bartender.
Yeah.
Because it's not a real person, right? It's a robot there, but here it's a ghost.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
And he's dressed just like him.
Though.
Yeah.
He's
but
a good
it gives
guy,
you the
though.
heebie-jeebies when you first see him.
Yeah,
in
it
the
does.
Passengers, you're like, oh, is this guy really there? And then you find out it's a robot.
Yeah, it's
fucking
unsettling.
sick.
But I did have one more point in cultural impact about the fake quote unquote adaptation. This movie created a permanent creative rift with author Stephen King, who later funded his own faithful television miniseries version to reclaim the narrative, raising the question, is it okay to alter somebody else's art to make it your own? Is what Kubrick did okay?
I think so. Because people take a lot of stories and they remix it and make it their own.
Yeah, but he's
Like
gonna
old
give it
Shakespeare.
he's gonna give it the same name. It's gonna be the same characters, and he's gonna bastardize the story until it's completely unrecognizable. Is that okay to do?
Hamlet's been done 35 different ways in 35 different titles, but it's at the end of the day, it's
Shakespeare's
Hamlet.
dead. Stephen King is here, and he's saying,
Sure.
"I don't like this." Is that okay?
But he got creative license. He's like, all right.
Yeah.
And honestly, Dr. Sleep, the sequel, it takes both the book and the movie by Stanley Kubrick, and it meshes them together perfectly. And you're like, holy shit. Like, it makes you appreciate both the author and Stanley Kubrick's work.
I wonder if how Stephen King felt about Dr. Sleep.
Well, from what I understand is at some point, Stephen King was told by the company that you need to stop bashing this movie. You can bash Stanley Kubrick, but you got to stop bashing the Shining movie because I guess people weren't watching it. So he wrote some kind of contract and they paid him, and then he got the rights to do the TV show or the TV series. But they said you can never bash the movie again publicly. And he
Why'd they
hasn't.
take away his freedom of speech?
They didn't. They're like, you're fucking ruining us. Like, this movie is your story and you're bashing it.
He didn't like
Day
how
one.
it was done. He's allowed to say
Well,
that.
he took. Well, they're like, if he signed a contract, if you want to have the rights to make your own version, you can't bash ours anymore. That's business, guy. It's like working for a company and shitting on them publicly. Like, they're gonna let you go.
Well, that's a lot more.
Well, I'm just
extreme.
saying, like, you can't just talk shit. Talk shit, get hit. Soundtrack.
The Shining cue, the high frequency metallic
yeah.
whine or sustained shrieking, plays whenever Danny or Dick Halloran experience a psychic vision.
Yep.
Or when there's overwhelming dread or impending violence
The
sensed
heartbeat.
in the movie.
The heartbeat when something's like impending doom is gonna happen. And
The sound is used to perfection to
bro.
make you feel terrified.
It's rare that I say this. The score is literally a character in this movie. If you take it out, the movie loses at least 3 points.
Oh, the movie would be far less terrifying.
Every time there's a new chapter,
that shrieking puts
Monday,
you on edge.
Tuesday, whatever.
Yeah.
There's an abrupt sound of piano keys, like somebody just slammed on a piano, and it startles you. It like literally wakes you up because the movie kind of puts you in a trance with all the psychic stuff and the long shots, and then boom.
Yeah, Kubrick
Tuesday.
had the instruments being played at the highest possible register to create an unnatural screaming-like psychological tension.
Yeah, and it works. And a
It
lot of
does.
movies today do that. Example, episode Insidious.
Insidious.
The piano keys, the
Yeah.
violins.
Insidious took it to another level.
Yeah, it brought it back. It made it like
Yeah.
mainstream. Okay, location. I'll go first on this one.
All right.
So my favorite location is Scatman's apartment. It's decorated like a bachelor pad, and I think there's a poker table in the corner.
It's a
Also,
lit apartment.
it's the only place in the movie where you feel at ease. I never thought of this till the last watch I had of this movie. The rest of the movie is at the hotel or at Danny's home before the hotel, and it does not feel safe. The whole movie is uncomfortable. The car ride, the hotel, everything. The only place that feels chill is Dick Halloran's apartment.
I thought that their home in Colorado felt fine
No.
because Jack wasn't present.
It was unsettling because they were at the breakfast or dinner table, and there's just two racks of books just piled behind them. And I was like, oh, it made me uncomfortable. You didn't notice that?
No.
It bothered me. I think they did that on purpose because it was so chaotic. I'm like, ugh, like what a fucking. They weren't. And
it
they
was
weren't,
cluttered.
Yeah, but the books weren't stacked vertically like a library. They're all on the side, and I was like, oh, that's like get your fucking life together.
For me, it was the Overlook Hotel kitchen.
Yeah.
I loved the tour scene with Dick, and I love how well stocked it was for the winter.
Yeah, that
Like he's
part
like,
was
you
pretty
never
cool.
have to have the same meal twice. He goes and he's like, there's 40 sirloin steaks,
Yeah.
there's turkeys, there's chickens, and I'm just in my mind, I'm just like, I could make like a Thanksgiving feast one day
Yep.
if I wanted. We could have a steak meal if we wanted. We can have fish. Like you can have anything. They had everything there.
Low-key, if that was us, I would like before I left be like, listen, I need a basketball hoop, and I would use that main big hall as a basketball court. like a half court, and
You
I'd
could
be in wicked
makeshift
shape.
one.
I'd be in wicked shape after the 4 months or whatever was over.
Oh yeah, if you don't leave ripped as fuck,
Yeah.
you're doing it wrong. Especially with that maze, you could go for like a freaking several mile walk every day through that maze.
Yeah. So who gets a spinoff?
So obviously a Dick Halloran prequel.
Oh.
A prequel about him having The Shining as a young boy.
Ooh.
Him and his grandma both having it. And maybe he like solves a murder or something.
Wow. Clutch. I like
with
that.
his shine.
I got the Danny Torrance sequel, Dr. Sleep, which is amazing. And I appreciate Mike Flanagan's work on that. But a prequel anthology showing all the murders that happened before the Torrances stayed at the hotel.
Or like a miniseries?
Yeah, so it'd be like 5 episodes.
Yeah.
And each episode is a different family and a different situation. So
and there's a Delbert Grady
the
episode.
Gradys. You'd see, I don't know, what happened in room 237. You'd see all that shit. Wow, that'd be fucking like,
yeah, that
I
would
would
be
shit
good.
my pants.
That'd be good.
Also, I want to know what happened to the dog costume blowjob guy.
I don't fucking want to know anything
prequel.
about that cringy ass shit.
Where did you buy the costume? Did you make it?
No, it's
Does it have a hole?
It's ew. It's obviously purchased from a costume shop.
Sure.
But he's like a furry.
You guy.
He has the furry fetish.
What's your double feature?
So I would want to watch 1408 with this.
Ooh, Stephen King.
Spooky
Another
hotel.
Stephen King.
Oh, is that a Stephen King?
Yeah, it's a short story.
Oh, I didn't know it was a Stephen King, but it's a spooky hotel horror movie marathon
Yeah, that's
with
a
1408.
good pick. I was again Doctor Sleep. I would watch this and then Doctor Sleep right after because they're both connected. And there's not everything's answered, but Doctor Sleep answers a few questions that people have after watching The Shining.
Yeah, and it has other spookiness going on in it
but
as well.
also Wolf, starring Jack Nicholson and Michelle Pfeiffer. It's a movie that I watched when I was a kid. It was on TV, and my family just like started watching it, and it was terrifying. Jack Nicholson plays a guy who gets bit by a wolf, and he turns into a werewolf.
God,
and he
that's
has that
fucking
look.
ridiculous.
He has that look. It's a really
you
good
just want
movie.
to see Jack Nicholson being unhinged.
Yeah, it's really good.
You could just watch.
It's every movie.
You could watch Anger Management with it.
Yeah,
and
you
just
watch that. You watch Departed.
Watch him becoming
you
a
just fucking-
psycho.
Then when you like, is this guy normal? You watch As Good as It Gets, but then you go back to One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Okay, Lazy Sunday vibes.
No.
What?
Kiss, Marry, Killer. Would you rather?
Oh my god!
You hate this
If you
segment
fucking
so
say the dog blowjob guy, I'm gonna.
No, the fuck? Would you rather spend a night alone in the deserted Overlook Hotel or spend the night alone in the Insidious house?
Which Insidious house?
The first one.
Oh, one night?
One night alone in either the deserted Overlook by yourself or the Insidious house by yourself. You're not sleeping either way.
So I would. Oh man, I would do the Insidious house.
You would have the
Yeah.
fucking long-haired fiend come and get you while you're trying to
No, he's
sleep?
not coming to get me. I don't fucking. I don't astral project. He's not coming to get me.
The mom wasn't fucking astral projecting and she got her face licked by the long-haired fiend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's one night. I'll be out of. No, but it follows you. Ooh,
Mhm.
it's not the house that's haunted. It's your son.
Yeah, do you want to be the fucking son that's haunted, or do you
fuck.
want to spend the night in the Overlook,
Overlook?
and possibly kill your family?
I don't know.
We wouldn't be there though.
Alone?
Yeah, alone.
Oh my, that's a tough one. I
Can
don't
you
know.
imagine being in that hotel by yourself, completely alone? It's fucking horrifying.
Yeah, and then just a person shows up, and you don't know if it's a ghost or. Yeah, I don't know. I you know what? I go with the smaller place. I go with the Insidious house. Fuck it.
I would do the same.
I'm not driving.
I would take my chances. I
Yeah.
want to be in the Overlook by
Yeah.
myself. It's horrifying.
You're sick for coming up with that. Okay, what Lazy Sunday vibes?
No, this movie must be enjoyed at night for the spooky atmosphere.
Okay, I got yes for lazy October evening, aka Halloween marathon, or freezing cold winter night vibe.
Everything, yeah, that's night. Lazy Sunday is
Yeah.
afternoon.
No, it's Sunday. We never said if it was afternoon or morning.
Well, it's not lazy. It's not relaxing.
Yeah, but on a freezing cold winter night, this movie would be rock as the snow comes in. Movie Alias. I've got The Overlook.
I have that too. I have The Overlook, The Hotel,
Yeah.
and Jack and the Jim Beanstalk.
Wow. I've got
Because he gets wasted
The
on
Overlook.
Jim Bean.
Red Rum and The Caretakers.
Red Rum would be good.
Yeah, Red Rum would have been sick.
Yeah, that's clever.
Okay, who you give best performance to?
All right, before I say who I'm going to give my best performance, I'm going to talk about a few of the performances. Jack Nicholson gives an unsettling performance as Jack,
Yeah.
portraying a man slowly going mad from isolation. He's terrifying and strikes fear and tension into the viewers. This is a very unique role, and he plays it to perfection.
Yeah, he's fucking unhinged.
Danny Lloyd gives an innocent and endearing performance as Danny, showing a lot of fear in his facial expressions, which is very impressive for his age.
Yeah.
In several scenes, he portrays terror and sweet innocence simultaneously, making the audience feel for him and fear for him. Also, I just want to note, Jack Nicholson plays Jack, and Danny Lloyd plays
Yeah.
Danny.
I know.
It's common to give a kid the same
Yeah,
name
yeah.
as his own in a character, but why is Jack Nicholson
I think
Jack?
it just worked out like that.
Anyway. But I have to give it to Shelley Duvall in her portrayal of Wendy. She gives a performance filled with fear while also portraying a meek and gentle mother to Danny. She proves to be resourceful, intelligent, and strong throughout the film, ultimately overcoming the Overlook and her abusive husband.
Yeah.
And she went through a lot with the director to deliver the performance, but it really pays off.
Jack, whatever the explanation is, I think we have to get Danny out of here.
Get him out of here?
Yes.
You mean just leave the hotel?
She's really good in this, and
She's incredible.
meek is the perfect word because there's points where I'm like, get the fuck out of there. What's wrong with you? Like, this guy's a loser. He's not even a writer.
She's stuck in an abusive relationship.
I know. And it's really sad, but there's parts where you're like, yo, do something. And then when she finally grabs the bat, you're like, all right, let's go. But that's a really good pick. Like, everybody's acting in this is phenomenal.
All of the acting is
And
great.
it's tough to not pick Jack Nicholson because the guy is terrifying from the beginning. He clearly resents his wife and kid, and he plays the loser to perfection.
Yeah, and he just plays like an unhinged like person who doesn't feel guilt, doesn't feel empathy, just is like
He's
a
just
piece
an
of
asshole.
shit.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But I give this to Danny Lloyd. He's absolutely phenomenal in this.
Yeah, he's great.
His innocence and fear is palpable during the whole movie. And I feel so bad for this kid.
It's because he's so sweet and innocent.
know,
Like every time it shows his close up
He's genuinely scared of his dad because of what Tony told him about the Overlook Hotel. The scene where he goes to his room to get his toy and he tells his mom, I'll tiptoe, I promise. And then he goes in and his dad's awake and he's sitting on the bed.
So fucked.
And he says, come here, buddy. And he sits on his lap. The kid looks fucking terrified.
That scene is so unsettling.
I know.
Because you just assume the dad's going to beat the fuck out of him.
The kid looks like he just got beat the shit out of by Jack Nicholson before they hit action on the camera. His acting is so good.
Yeah.
And when he sees the girls in the hall, the close up on his face when he covers his eyes, oh my God, I'm like, this poor kid. Like, it's almost like they abused them before they hit camera and started rolling so they get a real reaction. But I give it to the kid, man, for all the like juggernauts that are in the movie. When he says, I'm not opposed to, or I'm a scared, like all these little kidisms that he has in his speech. It's so adorable.
Yeah, it's very sweet.
It's phenomenal act because low key kid actors are usually trash, except for maybe Macaulay Culkin.
No, the kid in The Sixth Sense is amazing too. There was a lot of really good,
but usually they're trash. Usually,
yeah. His performance is memorable.
Yeah. Dang. Okay, let's go to shower thoughts. Let's do this. Danny speaking to Tony in the mirror with the images of the hotel and the bloody elevators is like the most creepy way to start the movie. And also, did Danny fake the fainting to avoid going to the hotel? You think he faked it?
Oh, he may have faked it, but she said he was like in a trance.
Maybe he faked it.
I don't think he faked it. I think he was really upset by what he saw.
Okay.
The opening credits with the Colorado mountains is so beautiful, and you can see why they would have a resort there, but they should have made it a ski resort as well. Why wouldn't they have done that?
I don't know. Maybe people go skiing.
They lose like 6 months of business.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Skiing in Colorado is like world class.
I think it's that dangerous. The location, it's in such a remote place that driving in any shitty weather conditions is just treacherous.
Well, it would have been a perfect ski resort for the winter. The first scene with Wendy and Danny, Wendy is reading a book, drinking a cup of tea, eating a sandwich, and smoking a cigarette at the same time.
Fucking multitask.
The fuck? Jesus
She's
Christ,
multitasking.
pick one.
Multitasking guy.
No, pick one. You don't need to
Hacking
have that
darts.
much going on.
Remember Kramer smokes a cig while drinking a beer at the same time?
It's so nasty.
She outdid Kramer.
Yeah, she really did.
When Danny's talking to Scatman or Dick Halloran in the kitchen, he asks if something bad has happened here. And while he's asking him in the kitchen, I noticed this time. There's a rack of knives in the background, and they're all above Danny's head, and each blade is aiming right at him, as if the hotel is already taking aim at him as soon as he gets there.
Oh, that's
It
fucked.
fucking
Well,
freaked me out.
the ghost knew about his gift.
It freaked me out. Yeah, as soon as
They knew.
they got to the kitchen, he's sitting with him, and I'm like, all those knives, every single one, they're pointing down. And then you look at the knife rack like across the shot, and it's normal. It has freaked me out, man.
Oh, that is freaky.
Little details. Also, how did they do the maze shot with the bird's eye view? It zooms in to them from above, and the maze looks fake. Like, how did they do that?
They must have used the model, and then once they dropped it close enough, they switched it for like a real. Is that a real maze?
I think they built a real maze for it. They must have.
Yeah, because they're in there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know how they did that.
I don't know how they did that
Impressive.
either.
For that time, like to do stuff like that, you know it wasn't CG.
The bush out full frontal nudity lasts way too long.
Yeah, and
I know I said that before,
woman,
but
like she's 6'4" or something. Like she's enormous.
she's enormous.
You know she's playing basketball for like some country.
But she's bare-breasted and vagina out for
Yeah.
like 2 minutes.
And you know what's funny?
That's crazy.
It's not attractive.
It's not.
Very unsettling.
It's messed
Her
up.
posture is weird.
It's creepy that
Everything
he's
about
into
it is
it.
weird. Everything about it is weird.
I agree. It's very weird. How much do you think a room at the Overlook would cost today?
What season? Winter or summer?
In the summer when it's
I
regularly
don't know.
open.
Fuck. It looks very bougie, so I would say like $650 a night, $700 a night.
Yeah, because it's like a really fancy resort.
Yeah, it's bougie as hell.
Yeah, I think
Um,
that's why he was excited to be working there because I think they really paid well.
When Jack Nicholson gets angry at Wendy for interrupting his typing, and he loses it, it reminds me of him in The Departed. When you dump a body in the marsh, you dump him in the marsh. Not where John Hancock goes to get a fucking blowjob. When I'm typing
Jesus.
or whatever the fuck I'm doing, that means I'm busy. And when you come in here, you're distracting me.
He's such a dick to his wife.
Oh, yeah.
He calls her the old sperm bank at one
I
point.
know.
Ew.
Oh, yeah, to the bartender.
You nasty. Didn't the owners of this hotel learn after one guy killed his whole goddamn family to not leave one family in isolation all winter?
They joked about that in The Simpsons. They're like, maybe we shouldn't leave a family without beer and TV.
Yeah.
Maybe they won't kill each other.
Maybe leave a few other people there. Maybe be
Yeah.
like, you know what? We're going to leave these 4 others here so that you don't turn into a fucking
Maybe
psycho.
they have, and it's led to more murders. So they're like, we just keep it to a
Then leave
minimum.
no one there.
Yeah, just burn it down. It's such a weird. It's such a weird
Nobody
system.
has to be there
I
over
know.
the winter.
They do. They have to. The boilers. Otherwise, it'll burn down.
Turn the boilers off.
It'll freeze, and I guess all the pipes will freeze. I don't fucking
I don't know. It's stupid.
know.
Like, learn your lesson.
So when Danny goes into his dad's room when he said, I want to tiptoe, his dad's awake, right? And he sits with him, and then he's talking to his son when like, Danny looks terrified. And he asks his dad, he's like, do you like it here? And he says, I do. I love it here. And he says, I wish I could stay at the hotel forever and ever. It's a callback to what the girls say to Danny.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Something I noticed when they were doing the tour of the kitchen,
Yeah.
there's no fresh fruit or vegetables. Everything is canned or jarred.
You can't. And
or
it's
frozen.
The 80s. It's the 80s.
Our
bro.
kids would not have survived.
Well, they make do.
Our baby, like 40% of her diet is fresh fruit.
You wouldn't go there with a baby. You go there with a malnourished wife who smokes and eats sandwiches while drinking fucking Advocate and watching TV. All at the same time.
Well, I was just thinking of us being there because, like, when I heard about all the meats in the freezer, I was like, oh, you can make some lip meals. And I was like, wait, no, you can't. There's no vegetables. There's nothing.
Yeah. So Jack says 5 months on the wagon when he has a drink at the bar. That means he's been lying about his sobriety because Wendy's story says that he injured Danny 3 years ago and he sobered up. So that means he's secretly been drinking.
Listen,
And
she never said it was 3 years ago.
She did.
She never said that. She never said 3 years. She described the situation and she said he hasn't had a drop of alcohol since. When he was talking about the incident at the hotel, he said it was 3 years ago.
So he's either lying about his sobriety, right? And it's been 5 months because they were in the hotel for 3 months.
Or the
1 month.
hotel is making him crazy and like he doesn't remember when things happen.
Or he's minimizing his abuse on his kid and saying it was 3 years ago. Like he's trying to make himself a martyr and say like it was 3 years ago when in actuality it was only a couple months ago.
He said it was 3 years ago, but he's only been sober for 5 months.
And his kid's terrified of him.
Wendy
like it happened
said
a month ago.
Yeah, Wendy said he hasn't had a drop of alcohol since it happened.
Yeah, it's fucked. So why didn't Wendy go to the room if Danny tells her he was attacked and he's got fucking bruises and his shirt is ripped? Like you either go to the room yourself to check or you jump in the snowcat right away and fucking leave. You don't go to your husband and say there's somebody in the hotel.
Well, she realized her husband wasn't the one that armed the kid.
I know, but I would grab my kid and I would lock him in his room, go to room 237 myself because you just had an argument with him. And I would jump in the snowcat and take my kid. We're fucking leaving.
What about the husband?
I would tell him we're fucking leaving.
Yeah, it would have made sense
you
to
either
leave at that
come
point.
or you stay behind.
It would have. It would have
Either
made
way,
sense to leave at that point.
She's a winner. It's better off without him.
I agree. Danny's psychic ability represents extreme emotional sensitivity and human connection, which stands in direct contrast to Jack's cold social isolation.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, why the hotel immediately is trying to attack Danny.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
Because it stands in the way of their plan to steal, like, take Jack over.
He literally says, like, your son is trying to bring an outside party into this situation.
Yeah.
It's just fucked. The guy they picked for the bartender is the creepiest and most perfect guy for that role. The guy's his
so
eyes
creepy.
are so dark and have the biggest bags, and he's just very robotic in his responses.
You can do that, can't you, Lloyd? You're not too busy, are you?
No, sir. I'm not busy at all.
Good man. You set him up and I'll knock him back, Lloyd. One by one. White man's burden, Lloyd, my man. White man's burden. Say, Lloyd, it seems I'm temporarily light. How's my credit in this joint, anyway?
Your credit's fine, Mr. Torrance.
Yeah.
It's very unsettling. It's a really good role, and they cast the guy perfect. Like I don't know who else could have done such a good job.
Yeah, he's really creepy.
Your money's no good here.
I'm the type of guy that likes to know who's paying for my drinks.
Your drink is on the house. So Dick calls Larry for a snowcat, and Larry is played by Duke, who is Apollo Creed's trainer in Rocky, which is kind of cool.
Oh.
Yeah. And then Apollo Creed dies. He didn't throw the towel in. So Jack is reading Playgirl magazine while he's waiting for his interview at the hotel when he first gets there.
Is that like Playboy?
It's the reverse. It's a bunch of naked dudes.
Ew, what?
So there's this theory that Jack is actually gay. He's closeted gay because of that and him hating his wife. There's another hint at that. And he's alcoholic and he's afraid to come out. He's self-hating homosexual.
Okay, that's
Similar
a possibility.
to American Beauty. And also Wendy seeing the dog giving a blowjob to a random person is her trauma of her catching her husband in the act with another man. And the hotel is taunting her of something that she's dealing with. So there is this theory that he's homosexual. Because the Playgirl's not in the book. And also, a hotel is not just going to have a fucking Playgirl on the fucking counter on the table.
Weird. That's weird.
In the lobby.
Shit.
That's
Why would he even pick it up? That makes you look bad, dude.
Huge dirtbag. But anyway, just interesting there.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Guess how many doors it took for the Here's Johnny scene?
For him to break through?
Yeah. How many doors? No. How many doors did they use to film the Here's Johnny scene?
Oh, I don't even want to know.
I'll give you 3 guesses.
Is it more than 50? 50.
No.
30.
No.
70.
No, you went over. 60. 60 doors. 60
His
doors.
arms are probably sore.
No shit. And she had to scream every time in the shower.
This is why she had so much emotional trauma. Yeah. Well, and she fucking Stockholm syndrome.
The acting is really good. So in the book, it's not room 237, it's room 217. So Stanley Kubrick changed it. Low-key, 237 is scarier. Like, if you're going to pick numbers...
Yeah, 237 is a
little scarier. But it
has a scarier vibe.
In the Shining miniseries, it's 217 again.
Well, that's because of the actual hotel. That's the actual haunted room.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, the hotel that it's based on has an actual haunted room.
And Stephen King, he went to a hotel with his wife, and it freaked him out, and it gave him the idea for this book.
Yeah.
And I mentioned this earlier. The movie took 51 weeks to film. It was supposed to take 17. It took a fucking year to film.
I'm not surprised.
Can you imagine? You have a deadline, or like you ask me to do something, and I'm like, it'll take me a week, and I get it done in a year. You'd be like,
bro is shooting the same scene 127 times. Of course, it took a year.
I know. But imagine you said like I need you to patch some drywall and paint it. I'd be like, all right, I'll get it done in the next 2 weeks, and but I start and it fucking takes me a year. I patch it 60 times and I paint it 35 times. You'd be like, by the first month, you'd be like, we're fucking hiring someone. Like, you're an idiot. That's what you'd say.
Yeah.
You wouldn't wait a year.
Bro really, really drew it out.
Yeah.
As long as possible.
Does this movie hit different as a parent?
Yeah. It fucking does.
Can I go first?
Okay. Well, I just want to say, the true horror is not just a haunted building, but the realization that a parent can become the ultimate threat to their own family.
Yeah.
And it's something as a parent where it's like, am I going too far with discipline?
Yeah.
Because Wendy says he grabbed his arm. It's something you do 100 times with a child and the arm got dislocated. Like, is that okay? No, that's absolutely child abuse. But anybody who has a kid knows that there's times where your kid pushes your buttons and you get really mad and you have to control yourself because you can see yourself
losing control.
You could easily be a threat to a small child. You could easily really hurt them.
Yeah, for sure.
And you have to control yourself and you have to, obviously not hit them, not grab them and shake them. Like you have to really control yourself and be the reasonable one because you're the adult who's in charge of your emotions.
Yeah.
But a parent can so easily become a threat.
Yeah.
And you see that happening in this movie and he starts chasing him with an axe and it's a horrifying look at reality of what could happen if things really, really got out of control. Yeah. Which is horrifying.
This movie, I watched it years ago when I obviously no kids. And now we have kids and I'm watching it. I'm like, you feel so bad for the boy. You feel so bad for him.
Yeah.
You feel bad for Wendy, but you also feel bad for this little child who's like, this is my dad. This is my mom. I have to follow them everywhere I go. And my dad's a fucking psycho. Like was a drinker. He's alcoholic. He's a fucking asshole. And you're just like, you feel really bad for him. But also, to contrast, when your kids are driving you fucking crazy and you're just like, oh my God, I want to bash my head through the wall. And some days I catch myself, like, I feel like putting clown makeup on because your kids are driving me fucking nuts, Like there are those
sometimes
moments.
you have to like zone out to protect your own peace.
You're just like, oh my God, I want to fucking blow my brains out some days. And obviously you need to control your anger and everything. For the days you feel like really angry at your kid, if you watch this movie, you'll be like, you know what, I need to chill out, or I'm gonna fucking go full Jack Torrance on somebody. So but we don't have an axe, so we're good.
This is the difference between somebody who's unhinged and mentally ill and someone who's mentally healthy.
Yeah.
You can recognize if things have gotten out of hand. This guy just lets it get out of hand and fucking lets it ride.
Okay, so low-key, what do you think this movie's about? Obviously, we know it hits different as a parent because the kid's tormented and at risk. But what is this movie about? What is the moral or whatever you want to call it?
Well, the deeper meaning in this movie, I think, comes down to isolation and loneliness.
Yeah.
And what can happen if somebody doesn't address their demons and stuffs down their emotions. You can quit drinking. You can stuff down your emotions. You can try to control your anger, but you see in Jack, it's still all there and it comes bubbling to the surface. He's not dealt with any of his problems.
Yeah.
He has not dealt with any of his generational trauma. And now it's coming out and he's passing it on to the next generation.
I think this movie is just straight up about alcoholism. That's what I got from it this time.
That's definitely a big theme in it. But I don't feel like they address the alcoholism that heavily. It's a small portion of the movie. And it definitely could be delved into more.
No, but it's super subtle. I think the underlying thing about this movie is alcoholism, and that drinking your sorrows away doesn't help. It makes it worse, because at the beginning, she tells a story to the doctor how he was drunk. And in the book, he gets drunk and he's with a buddy and he runs over a kid and they drive away.
Oh, that's
He didn't dislocate the shoulder. So they talk about the alcoholism in the beginning. And then they talk about it when the hotel's like, we don't stock booze. And he's like, none of us are drinkers. And then later he goes to the bar and sits there and he says, I'd sell my soul for a glass of beer. And immediately the bartender shows up and he starts to drink, and then he starts to fucking fly off the handle. And
so you think he did sell his soul for that drink?
I think so. And then he's an asshole, but he becomes evil and killer and abusive once he starts drinking.
Yeah, but we already knew he was already an abusive alcoholic before he was ever at the Overlook. So it's not the Overlook corrupting it. It's the Overlook finding his weaknesses.
Yeah, the Overlook finds his weakness and uses it against him. I agree.
Yeah.
They found a person with a weak moral compass and moral code, and they're like, we're going to take advantage of this.
Yeah, but was Delbert Grady the same way? Like, are all these people that choose to be caretakers deeply flawed?
I think so. I think, no, not everyone. I think not just them. I think everybody, and everyone's human. We all have flaws, but I think what the hotel does is the evil of the hotel is like, we're going to find the weakest person with the weakest vice or the worst vice, and we're going to poke at it. And we're going to prod it until it starts to stink. Because Wendy, she doesn't have, she's just a meek little lady who's just trying to take care of her kid.
Well,
and
that's
Danny's
what I'm
really
saying.
strong.
If the Overlook wanted me, what are they going to do? I don't have any addictions. I'm not an alcoholic. My anger isn't that intense.
Maybe it would, I don't know.
How would it corrupt me?
Maybe it would take advantage of anxieties or something like that. Stresses about your children. Who knows? I don't fucking know. But I think that's what it does. It takes advantage of your weaknesses and it pokes and prods and it brings them to the surface. And then, and also they address something in Dr. Sleep with the alcoholism. When Danny grows up, he's played by Ewan McGregor. He goes to the hotel, right? At the end of the movie. And he goes to the bar and he sits at the bar and the bartender shows up. And the bartender.
Is it the guy?
The bartender is his dad.
No.
The bartender is Jack Nicholson, and he offers him a drink, and he talks to Jack Nicholson like he's his dad. And Jack Nicholson, the bartender version, doesn't know who he is. So the same thing that happens with Delbert Grady and Jack in the first movie happens to Danny and the bartender / his dad in the second movie. And I think what this hotel does is it takes your soul. And it takes you and it keeps you in the hotel. You become part of the hotel. That's at the end of the movie with his face is in that picture at the 1921 party.
Yeah.
It's captured Jack and it's got him. And Delbert Grady, in the beginning of the movie, the Ullman guy, the manager of the hotel, he says that Charles Grady murdered his wife and kid.
Yeah, why is the name different?
I think the name is different on purpose because once the hotel consumes you, you don't really know who you are anymore. Because he says, you murdered your wife and kid. And he's like, I'm sorry, sir. I don't recall. Like he doesn't understand. Like, and then he keeps poking and then the evil version comes out. Because in Dr. Sleep, he's poking at his dad and his dad's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Is it really Jack Nicholson playing the bartender?
No,
in it?
it's a Jack Nicholson lookalike. I
Oh,
wish
okay.
I wish they got him and they de-aged him. It would have been fucking amazing.
Yeah, that would have been epic.
But they didn't because de-aging sometimes, But it's the actor is the guy from Hill House, the dad from Hill House. He's got long hair and he's balding in
he
that.
doesn't look like Jack Nicholson.
No, they make him look like Jack Nicholson in that.
That guy's low-key
Yeah.
creepy too.
But yeah.
He has creepy vibes.
His dad doesn't recognize him and he keeps poking and prodding. And then the bartender character, there's a small moment of recognition that he knows that this is his son. And then it goes away. It's really fucked. And he pours him whiskey and he pushes it back. He says, I'm not fucking drinking anymore. I think the whole story is about alcoholism. But yeah, that's my take on that. Sorry, I went on a whole tangent there, but I thought it was pretty interesting.
But it hits different as a parent.
It hits different as a parent.
It
You feel bad
does.
for this kid. You're
Yeah,
like, this
you
guy's
really
a
feel for
loser. He's
Danny.
not even a writer. She's like, any good ideas? And any ideas? Yeah, not any good ones. Like,
That's part of it too. He keeps failing.
Yeah.
He has these dreams for himself and he's not able to achieve them.
yeah, that's fine. Keep trying, but don't fucking shit on your family and hurt your kid and make your wife fucking terrified of you.
Yeah, a normal person would feel that way, but he's not well.
But yeah. Well, that was The Shining.
Mm-hmm.
That was the episode Take Two Pod with Mom and Dad. Thank you for listening. Danny boy!
Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Take Two Pod with Mom and Dad. Tell your friends about us.
Rate us on Spotify and follow us, please.
Yep. Comment. Let us know what movie you want us to do next.
Yeah.
And let us know your thoughts on The Shining. We'd love to hear from some of you.
Yeah.
Here's Johnny.